So this is a tutorial that I've been meaning to do for a little while. There's really ideal conditions to do it at night in a deserted part of town in the middle of winter, but hey. So this is basically a little tutorial on how to do stop motion while walking. Can be tricky. We're going to utilize some of the assistive touch features detailed in the other tutorial. I'll go ahead and put a link to that below. But basically what you're going to do, select your assistive touch time frame. I'm going to go with the shortest one here. And for this one, we're going to utilize the little ghosty. You can use a grid 2. I'll go into why I kind of prefer the ghost in a second here, though. So, you're standing outside wherever. You've got your assistive touch on, and you're ready to go. Hit your first frame, and you're going to take a couple steps. For the first part of this, I'm going to freehand it. I'm not going to worry about being too exact or anything. You can see the little ghost gives you a slight after image of the picture you just took and overlays it with the picture that's up there now. So you're just going to take that, and for this part, I'm not going to be too exact. Let's say it's artistic, and you want a kind of jarring, jumping kind of motion. You just keep walking and tap every, however often you want, a couple steps. And I'm probably going to pause here because you don't want to be sitting here for a minute watching me just walk down the street. But so you just tap every couple steps, whatever time interval you feel is prudent, and do that for the duration. All right, so that's enough of the choppy. Let's try to get a little more precise here. I'm going to try to make this as visible as possible. So you see the overlaid image? What I like about ghost mode is, especially at night, if you've got 3 or 4 points in your screen of bright light, you can kind of align all of those together and make sure that you're not getting off on your rotation. Problem with the screen, the grid lines, if you choose one point and say use a street light as your guide to go, say, in this corner up here, you can keep that light in that corner but start drifting and rotating this way or that way without too much idea of what's really going on. The only way to really do that well is to make sure that the ghost mode is on and you line 2 or 3 different lights. So we'll turn the grid off. And maybe you want to rotate. Maybe you want the scene to rotate for effect. If that's the case, do whatever you feel accomplishes whatever you're setting out to do. But so we're going to start trying to be a little bit more exact here. Let's see if I can get the brightness and the sharpness, the focus on this. Okay, there. So yeah, so you can see, technique-wise, it's probably going to be best if you basically take a step and then stop a line. So we'll take this frame, take 2 steps, stop fully, realign the image, take 2 steps, stop, realign the image. That's going to be real hard to do for me with these 2 phones, but I'll pause it again and I'll post up the example vine and give a link to that. But I think it's pretty clear what you got to do. You just got to make sure all of your major things are staying aligned, and it's painstaking. It's a lot more painstaking than having a mount attached to your dashboard on your car. But it's also pretty cool if you can pull it off. So pause, and that's probably it. You can check out the Vine, and if you have any questions, whatever, hit me up on Vine.